21st Century Learning. Welcome first grade families. My name is Miss Micklin, and here is a little presentation I put together about 21st century learning that I would love for you to watch before parent-teacher conferences next week so that we can discuss it during your conference. 21st century learning. What is it? 21st century learning focuses on how students learn, not what they learn. As a teacher, I want to prepare them for the real world by allowing them the space to focus on problem solving, digital literacy, and learning what they are passionate about. As a teacher, 21st century learning allows me to use technology to enhance the learning of the students in my classroom. I'm able to open doors to possibilities in the classroom that weren't possible before. With the use of technology, my students in the past have created movies, songs, picture books, learned how to appropriately use technology and the internet, and much more. Here is the 4 C's of 21st century learning: communication, collaboration, critical thinking, and creativity. Communication focuses on sharing thoughts, questions, ideas, and solutions. Collaboration means working together to reach a goal. Critical thinking is looking at problems in a new way, and creativity is trying new approaches. The use of technology in my classroom will help me and the students learn how to do this really well. With technology, I'm better able to communicate with parents and family members as well, and they're able to connect and get real-time updates of their students' progress as well from me. I'm on my computer multiple times throughout the day, and I am just an email away. One big change this year is that I'm going to try and integrate a flip-style classroom for math. This is so both students and families have access to content students are learning, and so we can spend class time diving into deeper questions and working on higher level thinking. A flip-style classroom means that they learn the basic information at home by a presentation just like this one, and then we come to class and talk about questions we didn't know, and we dive deeper. Each week, I will send a link via email or our classroom communication page with a voice-over presentation of me teaching the new math topic for the week. I will also provide tips, tricks, and problems with their answer in the video so you can do this right along with your student. Why am I doing this? I'm doing this so that we can spend more class time diving into higher order thinking and problem solving as a way to support teaching students how to learn, as I mentioned before. When I give them the foundation to learn at home, we are able to answer questions and tackle complex problems during class time. By doing this, families are able to actually see what their student is learning and feel more connected to our classroom community and able to help their students as well. If you have any questions, please bring them to parent-teacher conferences or send me an email that I will be happy to help. Here's an example of what this flip-style classroom for math will look like. Last week in math, we learned how to identify different coins and what their values were. This week, we're going to learn how to combine coins into larger ones and decide which amount is more and which is less. So then the question would say, what coin can we trade for 5 pennies? And then you would ask your student if that there was a coin that they could trade for 5 pennies, in this case, the nickel. Another problem might be, what is the fewest amount of coins possible we could have from these coins? So as you see here, we have 2 dimes, 5 pennies, and 8 nickels. This totals at 65 cents. So you could then, your student then will be should be able to respond and say that they will need 2 quarters, a dime, and a nickel to have the fewest amount of coins possible. In this situation, we are deciding more and fewer, which we learned a few weeks ago, so now we're going to apply it to money. So John has 3 dimes, Sarah has 2 dimes, and 3 pennies. Who has more money? And then the student would hear me say that, and they would decide which one has more money. Sarah has more coins, but John actually has more money in this situation. That is how our flipped classroom will work, so please come to conferences next week with any questions. I'll be more than happy to answer, and I'm very excited to teach our children in the 21st century.